not a native Mississippian. I was born in Kentucky, but I've lived more of my life in Mississippi than any other place. I've lived in this state for nearly 35 years, and one of the things I've discovered over the years is that some believe there are two kinds of people in this state. Those who support Mississippi State and those who support Ole Miss. You know, most people keep that in perspective, but I've lived in a part of the state where both fan bases are well represented and the division runs deep. Bulldog fans can expect to be treated differently by Ole Miss fans and vice versa. It runs much deeper in the spiritual world. The bottom line is that there are two kinds of people in the world. There really are. Those who are saved and those who are lost. With those who are genuinely saved, their lives have been changed. They have been transformed and are just different. Saved people live different. We think different. And because of that, we can expect to often be treated differently. The Apostle Paul addresses the implications of this in 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 10 through 13. He says to Timothy in verse 10, "You, however, know all about my teaching, my way of life, my purpose, faith, patience, love, endurance, persecutions, sufferings, what kinds of things happened to me in Antioch and Iconium and Lystra, the persecutions I endured, yet the Lord rescued me from all of them." Paul says his life was different now because he was saved, and because he was saved, he would be treated differently by many in a lost world. He goes on to say in verse 12, "In fact, everyone who wants to live a godly life in Christ Jesus will be persecuted." This is a very candid statement by Paul. He had seen this play out in his own life, and the Spirit led him to conclude that this is the way it will be for anyone who wants to live a godly life. A godly life is just different. So different that some of the lost world will respond to your godly living by persecuting you in some way. It might be verbal, it might be through undermining you, it might even be physical persecution. But godly living represents a transformed life, and a life that many in the lost world will hate. Paul finishes this passage by saying, while evil men and impostors will go from bad to worse, deceiving and being deceived, it can go from bad to worse. We don't just grin and bear it. Paul said that the Lord rescued him. And in the midst of persecution, we depend upon the Lord as our rescue. He is our shield and our protector. May we learn to trust in Him for all our needs. Change begins in you.